Hello and welcome to Dan by the Gram on Cam with me, the Grandmaster Kush, talking all things Amsterdam, coffee shops, and everything from the cannabis community. Joining me as always, I have my co-host, the Fade of Fairy.
You,
ready
hello,
for this
hello.
one?
Yes,
Sweaty
always.
one again.
Always, I'm enjoying it. Amsterdam summer. We'll take it while it's going.
In September.
Yeah, exactly.
And joining us this week, we've got Hazeface.
Hello,
Hazeface
hello.
rates. So you were on
Welcome.
before, but you were just filling in last time, so you've actually got something to talk about this time.
Yes,
so
yes. Made a whole
welcome
journey
back.
since then. Thank you.
But we've already done 4 questions, 20 seconds with you, and you've already got your hat collection, but that hat's getting a bit worn, so
yeah, definitely after
new
summer.
snapback.
Definitely.
Yeah,
I will.
yeah, it's got some sun damage on that, hasn't it?
Well,
A little
lot
bit
of
is
sessions.
a bit of an understatement. I think.
Yeah,
I think if maybe won't pick up.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, well worn.
Yeah,
a lot
definitely.
of joints smoked about. Yeah.
So 21 by 20, life summed up. They're not on general sale, they're just for the smoking elitified society. But if you want your chance to win one, you can like and share this video and comment underneath what 21 multiplied by 20 equals, and we'll get one out to the winner.
Yeah.
So,
Yoo-hoo.
since we've seen you last, Hazeface, you've started your own page.
Yeah. A little bit of an own channel.
Yeah, Hazeface Rates, it's called.
It's just called Hazeface for 20, the same as my Instagram.
Okay.
But the main
The-
series that I started on it and the whole idea that started it is Hazeface Rates.
Yeah.
The series, as
Nice.
it's kind of called. And it's something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. Kind of like years.
Yeah.
But I've never really had, not necessarily the motivation, I just never really knew where to start.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was too much. Now it's easier, you know what I mean? Now you're
Yeah.
here, you know where you're going, you know
Exactly.
more.
Yeah, and just having the people around me as well, like you two and just other people, just having that little bit of extra inspiration
Yeah.
to start it. And I just went for it. I got myself a nice camera.
Nice.
And I just started recording.
That's it, you just get it going.
Yeah.
I think we were only talking about last night, I sent to you, I don't know if you watched it, Joe Rogan's first ever podcast. So they were talking about, he just done his 2,650th podcast. But they went back to his first one, he had a screen with bubble filters, like, you know, like bubbles going across it,
Yeah.
and all these love hearts going across it. No microphone, just his laptop camera. That was Joe Rogan's first ever episode. He said he
Nice.
didn't care about the mics, all that, he cared about the content.
Yeah.
Once the content's good, who gives a shit if the mics are
Literally,
bad,
yeah.
the cameras aren't the greatest, you know what I mean? Just get it going, make
Yeah.
it, you know what I mean? So,
100%.
It is.
Yeah.
It is that initial, just the start. And
that's it. Use
Yeah.
your phone, use whatever. Just
Even
start
like-
doing it and get better, you know what I mean?
My first 3 or 4 videos, like the audio quality is absolutely horrible. But after that, it started to pick up. I learned new things, and you know,
Yeah.
over time, you get better and better, and it goes quicker and quicker as well.
Yeah, no, for sure.
get more
You
even
learn the
comfortable.
editing and all.
Yeah, which allows me to now post a little more videos. Because in the beginning,
Nice.
I was like 1 a week, and that took me the same time. I would take me like to now make 3 videos.
Yeah, that's
Okay, yeah,
it.
nice. Big time. It is. It's always learning, especially as you said, it's stepping into something new, but something you've wanted to do.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's only a matter of when you actually start it, you're like, okay, these are things and these are things. So
Yeah.
nice.
Like,
Yeah,
you knew the weed side, now you've got to learn the editing side, the recording side,
Yes,
the publishing side, the
exactly.
promoting side, to fit the weed, you know what I mean? We're
Yeah.
all trying to learn.
Oh,
That's the non-fun part, you know what I mean?
The promoting site is also like a fucking big thing.
Yeah.
Because up until recently, I wasn't even talking about it. Like I was making the reviews, and that was it. But now I just bring it up to people, and they don't.
Yeah. Oh no, that's
Yeah.
it.
Even
Like if you
online.
don't have like if you just drop it on YouTube, they have to be subscribed to see it,
Yeah.
or else they won't get it at all. Maybe a suggestion here or there. Then if you put it on your Instagram, they have to be followed. You know what I mean? You have to, and you have to catch your story, all this stuff. So keep posting it. You know what I mean? Because
Do promote
if you
your
don't see
work.
it the first time, they might see it the second time, or if you don't watch it the first time, they might go, "Oh, I remember seeing this the other day. Let me click on it now." You know what I mean? So
Literally, and especially with what you're bringing. You know what I mean? Like actually talking people through each strain.
yeah.
That's something fresh and new.
No,
Yeah,
100%. Like
Yeah.
people don't know what they're coming here for. You know what I mean? All the
Yeah.
gimmicks and people fucking, oh, buy this, buy that. You know what I mean? Being told this what to say, but you need someone genuine just saying, "This is what I think." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're no expert.
No,
You know
no,
what I mean? But this
I
is your
don't
personal
claim to
opinion.
be, but
Yeah.
that's also like even in my
Like a
reviews as well.
passion.
Like some strains scored higher that I didn't even recommend than a strain that scored like way lower, just because my experience was that it was just nicer, despite what the scoring system
Yeah.
said.
Yeah.
it's an indication, but it's in no means a
A
final
setting,
of
yeah.
like
Yeah,
final
definition
form.
or
Like,
this
it's
is yeah.
No, but it's just even them people, like if anyone's even coming from another country or even in Amsterdam, when they go to smoke that strain, they're like, oh, okay, I see why he said this
Yeah.
or why this
yeah,
got
no, for
higher
sure,
views.
100%.
Definitely, you're giving a lovely understanding to people.
Yeah.
Just before they even go in, because sometimes it's intimidating when you walk into a coffee shop and you see the whole menu and you're like, what?
Yeah,
There's
that's
everything.
it,
Yeah.
yeah.
When I came here when I was 18, I saw the whole menu and I was only getting used to getting weed.
Yeah. I want
to-
weed, please. Yeah. That's all we got in Ireland. One weed. There you go,
And
sir.
then you come into the shop and you have like 6 indica strains.
Yeah, hybrids,
Three
indicas,
like
fucking.
four hybrids. I'm like, yeah,
Weed, please. One marijuana.
I'll need a little bit more time. I think.
Yeah.
And a little bit of
No,
education.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It is, and sometimes it's hard to, especially with bud tenders, they're always quite so busy. So to
Yeah,
get
yeah.
that even before you go in, people are more confident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely like
Even the questions they don't know to ask, you've already asked, or you've already told them, you know what I mean? They're going in there, they have a million things they want to ask, and they're like, oh, what does this do? And that's it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where you've gone off for the smell, the taste, this, that, and the other, and stuff.
that. Yeah.
And what way do you rate them? How is your point system?
For me, it's basically I have a point system out of 100. It's 10 categories scored on 10 points.
Okay.
It's kind of in 3 separate sections. In the first 3 sections, we just look at the bud and smell the bud and look at the
Yeah.
structure. So that we have 30 points. Right
So
there.
what's the 3 different ones? One smell, one look,
Looks
and one is structure. Okay, yeah.
And that's all scored obviously before you grind it up.
Yeah, yeah.
You
Nice, yeah.
cannot check that anymore. And then also for looks and also for later in taste, I don't really care. For smell and for taste, I don't really care like how it smells. It's
How strong it
how
is.
strong
Yeah,
it
yeah,
smells.
yeah.
Because I don't like.
It's not your
smelling-
personal
yeah,
preference, yeah.
Yeah, and some people might still like it.
Yeah.
It's also I rate strains as well that I may not like, but I also
You
say
rate them
that-
honestly, like, yeah, of course.
And then once we've actually ground it up, we light up the joint.
Yeah.
We start scoring the taste, the terpiness, the duration.
So what would you class the difference between taste and terpiness now?
See, taste is actually a part of terpiness. for
Yeah.
me. But terpiness also has the smell in it, and
Okay.
a little bit. I don't know how to describe this. I always feel it in my nose a little bit.
Yeah.
If something's really nice and terpy, and you smoke it, you have a little bit of a tingle in your nose.
Yeah.
So those 3 factors make up the terpiness score for me.
Okay.
So yeah, after terpiness, we then have the duration. which
Yeah,
is
how
just
long it stays
how
there about
long
and stuff. Yeah.
You taste it after you hit it, and then after duration, wait, what was it?
You had terps, taste, duration. That's the next 3, so that's 6 altogether, I think.
6. So we need 2 more now, which is
We need 4 more.
well, the last 2.
Oh,
are
we're
never
on.
in the
Yeah,
terps,
sorry.
I
Yeah,
mean. Duration, smoothness.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So just does it
Yeah.
hit you in your
Yeah.
throat? Like do you have to
And
cough
then-
or anything?
yeah.
So
And then the
also-
ash, maybe.
And then the burn, which
Yeah.
is like the coloration of the ash and like how it burns. Like if you light your joint, like sometimes it starts spooning. And
Yeah.
Obviously, like sometimes it's because of the roll.
Yeah,
but
it's your
I'm
own.
confident in my roll right now.
Yeah.
So
Especially if it's pure too, it
Yeah,
shouldn't
yeah.
canoe down the side like.
yeah, so that's why I put that in there. It's also specifically for joints. So maybe if you smoke bongs, some of these categories
Won't. Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. Yeah.
come down to it. And then once we've done that, we've basically got half a joint left, and I smoke it a little bit, enjoy it a little bit, and that's the time I reflect also a little bit about like the experience of it,
Yeah.
what I'm gonna say in the end, and I also get in the effect, which I also still need to score.
Yeah.
Then I got back into it in the end, and I.
So what, you had to smoke it and chill for a bit and then come back and record
Yeah,
again?
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And
Yeah.
then I scored the butt. The butt is also literally specifically for the joint, your last 4 to 5 hits.
Yeah.
Because if you smoke a European-sized joint, I'm just gonna call it, you've already smoked pulled a
You
lot.
vape
of smoke
most of the
through
weed,
it,
yeah.
and most of the weed actually like doesn't taste nice anymore. In the
Yeah,
end.
yeah.
But some are surprisingly really nice still. In
To
But
the end.
flavor holds.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
So I always found that, I don't know, kind of intriguing. So I decided to just really throw that in there as
Yeah.
well.
But especially for people that actually like smoke joints.
Yeah.
If that is their way to consume, it's not like, oh, I have 2 pulls and that's the thing, or like
Yeah.
a bong hit.
Yeah.
They smoke from start to end. So you do want it that it's not at the end of the joint. You go back and it's like the flavour is gone. That is an important part, that it just lasts the
that
whole way. So
dirty
it's a
flavour
nice
at the
one.
end or something.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Not even just the flavor, because a lot of
I'd say smooth
it,
as well.
yeah,
Yeah.
it makes sense that it gets rougher near the end.
Yeah, of course.
But some are just like non-smokable anymore. That I'm like, I'm not even gonna bother.
Yeah.
smoking
Yeah.
this. It's just
Definitely.
too rough. It's not enjoyable anymore.
Yeah. No, 100%.
And then we get to a final score out of 100.
Yeah.
Once we get there, I basically look at the scoring, at how much I paid for it.
So does the price come into the score?
Well, it doesn't come into the score.
Okay.
It only comes into my final conclusion of whether I would go back for
Yeah,
it or
yeah,
not.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because something that scores the same, something that's €12 that scores the same as a €14, I'm obviously more going to recommend the 12
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Fair point.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So it's being accounted for, but it's in no way part of my actual scoring system.
Yeah,
It's
nice.
more just kind of like,
Yeah.
okay, this
The-
is the overall
yeah.
opinion. Yeah, nice.
Yes.
No, it's good not to take the price in till you've done like, you know what I mean? This is what I think of it. Now even like,
Yeah.
it'd be nearly better if you didn't know the price till the end. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Where it was
yeah.
like, right, this is what I thought of it. How much was it? Yeah, no, it wasn't worth that. Or, oh, that's a good deal. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, but yeah, it's right to bring it in at the very end going, nothing to do with this, but for that price, it's not worth it, it is worth it, blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah.
Exactly.
So,
Definitely.
Even with like the Snoop Dogg reviews that I did recently.
yeah, they were all Callies.
They were all Calis because it's Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
He advertises California and everything. But yeah, they were all €30. I didn't score them for €30. I just scored them normally, and then
Yeah.
in the end, I was like, "Yeah, this is not worth €30."
So how
it
did
is.
the Cal in their table? Where did the Callies end up compared to the Dutch?
The Calis ended up like quite mid. There was
Okay.
only one that actually topped everything,
Yeah.
which was the LA Runs
Okay.
from Snoop Dogg's
Snoop.
new shop.
So that was decent.
That was decent, but it was definitely not worth
€30.
30
Yeah, no,
euros.
nothing is.
If you think about it, the one from my actual series that's on top is still the Bubblegum Runs from Original Dampkring.
Okay,
Yeah.
which is
Which-
also a Cali, but
Yeah, which was €16.
16 euros,
So
it's a big
Always
difference.
big respect.
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
that,
it's-
yeah.
pretty much half
that-
that, and it's only scored 4 points less.
So that scored 4 points less than
And
the
half
Snoop
the
Cali
price.
Yeah,
for half the price.
yeah.
But it's scored better than every other Snoop Cali.
Every single other
So
one.
how many other Snoop Calis did you buy?
I bought 9 in total.
Wow.
So
And
every single one of their
8 of them
Cali-
are mid-table.
I would say 6 of them were mid, 2 of them were very low.
Two of them are very low, like
yeah,
even
yeah,
worse
like-
than mid.
Yeah, like not even. I wouldn't pay 11. If it was 10, I would maybe say it's acceptable for a coffee shop in Amsterdam.
Yeah,
But yeah, no, it's not.
that's crazy.
No,
Fucking hell.
nice, and honestly, big respect to you, darling, for letting people know.
Yeah,
You
no,
know what I
for
mean?
sure.
Because it's more the coffee shops. They have the resources. They can get the good quality.
yeah,
It's just it's that fairness for the customers.
Yeah, no, 100%.
You don't want to go in and buy shit fruit and veg.
Yeah.
You don't want to buy shit weed. You
Yeah,
know, big
exactly.
respect. And they have the nice that they do have something, so they know there's someone there that's like, okay, this
Yeah,
is decent.
You got
yeah.
lucky once.
yeah,
Big
yeah.
time. No, but it's then once you understand that, because you're even bringing, like, some coffee shops I think might take offense to what you're doing,
Mm,
but that's only if you don't want to progress.
yeah.
If you're comfortable with how you are, you're going to be like, oh, why are you saying that?
They're not going to be happy if they know they're peddling shit weed, you know what I
That's
mean?
the
They're
thing.
the people who
Would
won't be
you
happy.
not rather the customers come to you and be like, actually, man, this isn't great. Stop spending your money on
Yeah.
it and start even buying cheaper but better and
Yeah.
selling it
Yeah.
at them prices. So definitely, I think what you're doing is just like giving them the customer's perspective a lot of coffee shops, it's like they buy from the bud tenders and then they dip.
Yeah.
They never actually get to meet the people that are to do with what comes in and
for
out.
Sure.
Like times you're giving them a
they're
nice
too far disconnected
perspective.
from it sometimes, you know what I mean?
So
to know
don't
what
ever
it's-
take offence, guys.
Yeah.
Take the knowledge, take
No,
the
that's it.
learning.
It's,
Yeah.
one, it's just your opinion, and two, you're being honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
You're not
giving
out
a
here slating
perspective.
anybody.
No, it's
That's also
beautiful
like
what
I
you're
don't
doing.
mean to shit on any shop. I'm just here
I don't
to
think
like
you are.
even
Yeah.
shops that I like Sativa is a shop that I like and I go to very often, and it's also one of the lowest scoring buds. It was just an unlucky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bad strain,
Yeah,
bad
just-
batch.
Yeah.
So even if it's a shop scores bad, it doesn't mean it's a bad shop. Now, obviously,
yeah.
from Snoop Shop, saying that one was alright from 9 of their Calis is
no, it's
Not
it's
the best.
under par,
Yeah,
to
no,
say
for
the least.
sure.
But
so
I still
we figured out that Greenhouse Effect, The Crown, Snoop Dogg, and Tyson have all the same menu, except for when it comes to Cali, Snoop and Tyson have their own Cali.
yeah.
Okay.
So if you want their Dutch weed, their hash, anything like that, you might as well go to any of the 4 shops. But when you go into Tyson, they have their own Cali menu, and you go into Snoop, they have their own Cali menu. So they have got their own unique thing, but it's as it sounds, it's not even, you know what I mean? It's
I suppose you also give them a little.
it was also their
second.
first week open.
Exactly.
That-
I
that is-
always do. Let everyone settle.
Yeah.
Give a bit of time. Shake shit up.
Yeah, like my last review from the
Which
Snoop
is
Shop.
good though for what you're doing.
Yeah.
As they're only getting in, they're like, oh, okay, this is what the people are
Yeah,
saying.
I literally
good
told
thing.
told the bud tenders, they were very open about it. Even
Yeah.
subscribed on YouTube to follow the reviews.
Yeah.
And I posted my last review of it yesterday. And I also said that it's just under par, but it's also very early. There is still
Yeah.
room for improvement. There is
Of
still
course.
time for
Yeah,
improvement.
yeah.
And they have a lot of enthusiasm in there.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like from the staff and managers, they
Yeah.
are enthusiastic. They want to come with a cool,
But
fresh approach.
they are limited, and I think like the likes of Snoop, Tyson, even Cookies, any American brand coming here, they're doing their brand a disservice by coming here because they can't put the products they have made their name on in America in here.
I do get
You know what I
yeah.
mean? They can't legally, even if they could ship it over, they can't go, oh, we took this legal product, shipped it illegally, and sold it in a half legal place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So because they're a legit company internationally, they can't be smuggling in their own weed.
Yeah.
So when people go to their shop expecting Snoop weed, expecting Cookies, expecting this, and getting the Dutch version or what they could find
The
here,
beer secret,
you're going to
yeah.
go, that's what that brand is.
That's a very
That's,
fair
you know what I
point.
mean?
Yeah.
It's like if Coca-Cola opened up a shop here but would only put Pepsi in their cans. You're like,
Yeah.
you go to America, like, I don't like cola. Like, no, you've tried that cola.
Yeah.
This is the actual one, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where you're like, no, you've tried Cookies in Amsterdam, which was just some random guy's weed.
Yeah.
This is Cookies in America with their, you know what I mean? Or
Yeah.
this is Snoop in America with their warehouse, their grow. So
Yeah.
I think they're doing themselves more of a disservice while it's in the grey area.
I suppose nearly even come with a different approach of
Yeah.
like just even I suppose creating spaces.
Yeah, no, that's it.
That is
like
something you
it's,
could come,
but
yeah.
don't like it's especially if you're putting the same names as the stuff you have in America, and people are like, okay,
Yeah.
so this is what they make in America, and you buy it and go, okay, that's what they make in America. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So you could lose more customers than gain. You know what I mean? You might make a quick few quid in the hype for the few years,
a
but
fair point,
overall, people are like, nah, no, I've tried Tyson in Amsterdam. I've tried Cookies in Amsterdam. Wasn't a fan of it. Like, you know what I mean? It's like we've got strains we like, but then you go into another. Like I like Gorilla Glue. If I find a shop here that has Gorilla Glue, it's not Gorilla Glue.
Yeah.
But if that was the only time I bought Gorilla Glue, I'd be like, I don't like Gorilla Glue because you've never
Yeah.
had the real one.
Exactly.
So it's the exact same
Yeah.
thing. If you haven't had the real Snoop, the real Tyson, the real Cookies, you're going to think this is what they all are.
Yeah.
And then you're going to be like, nah, fuck that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
That is a fair point.
yeah,
They do need to it's nearly they have like extra pressure
yeah.
on them to
No, for sure.
yeah.
Like if you're over here trying to expand your brand, but not bringing your work with you, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're just putting a face on something. So it doesn't really work, you know what I mean? It's like a 5-star restaurant just going, we're here now and leaving the same chefs they had in there before, you know what I mean? The chipper or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's interesting, but I suppose it's still business for them, you know what I mean? They're still.
I'm not sure about import laws in Germany, but Tyson might have a way in.
Well, I know Tyson has English medical weed now.
Yeah,
And I've heard a lot of good things about that. I heard one review that there was mold on one of them, and I was like, oh, it's bad. And then every other person that's got Tyson's medical in England has said it's banging.
Tyson's medical.
Yeah. Who else? Big Nasty has his own medical. They're all at it now, so it's.
I love that they're all jumping on
Well,
the
medical's
trend.
just-
No, but at least I suppose I always give, no matter if it's not my way about things,
Yeah.
if you're normalising in any way cannabis, I salute you.
Yeah, no,
I
for
don't care
sure.
what way you're doing it, but if you're breaking the stigma in some way,
Yeah.
well done. It's just always funny though when you see names of different, you're like, what?
But they're
Well,
labeling,
well done.
labeling it medical just to get around international shipping rules.
And also because it
Literally, you know
is
what I mean?
medicine.
Yeah, no, it
though.
is. But like, cause England can't sell it like we could sell it, or Germany could sell it, they can only sell it on the prescription. They're like, well, they've still got 60 million people. Let's just shit.
Literally.
And nothing, like England's one of the biggest growers of medical weed, but they use none of their own in theirs. They get it from North Macedonia,
Yeah.
Germany, Canada, America. So like,
They're all supplying each
oh
other.
yeah.
It's mad.
Like
They're
the
all
planes are
doing
full of
what-
illegal weed and legal weed now, just flying all around the world. You know what I mean?
A whole chunk of the CBD weed is actually grown in Switzerland.
I heard
Yeah,
Swiss
they're
are big on
big
it.
for-
Yeah.
They're very big
Yeah.
on growing the CBD weed there. I've
Um,
even heard of people getting like seasonal jobs, like students going
for
there
trimming and stuff.
for
Like,
trimming and shit, and it's paying like hella good.
Oh, yeah?
yeah.
that'd be sick.
Nice
Just
energy
in- yeah,
to
I
be
mean,
in. Yeah.
You finally get into the run through your field. Of,
And like to be doing that kind of, because
yeah.
like there's
I
some
think
people.
I've heard that you'll end up hating weed by the end of trimming.
Oh no, it's
You know what
yeah,
I mean?
man,
It's,
absolutely.
you're like that going, like, fuck, then never want to see this plant again.
You don't
know
have
what
a
I mean?
good trimmer.
Yeah.
God, yeah.
But that, I'd
I
say
don't
it's
mind
tedious
trimming.
work.
Yeah.
Like,
It is tedious work, and I don't mind trimming, but I only have three trimmers.
yeah, you're trimming your own plants
to
a different
trim.
thing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
When you're like, people
Yeah.
just keep walking in and you're
Oh,
like,
stop.
Yeah, like the biggest legal grow in Europe has 150,000 plants.
Wow.
So imagine having to trim those.
Fucking hell.
Oh, beautiful though. You just want to skip through
Yeah,
it.
that's just it.
Yeah.
Be
The
amazing.
passion for cannabis.
I can't even imagine 150,000
No.
plants.
That's
Oh.
How far? it must
literally a
be.
forest
Yeah.
of fucking cannabis. Like, that's crazy.
Beautiful.
Damn.
Heal the world.
Yeah.
No, amazing. And so speaking on cannabis, what is there any that have stood out?
Yeah, go through
Any of
your
your
list there.
strains?
Yeah.
Because you've hit a lot of strains.
I've hit a lot, and even
Yes.
I wish I brought my little book, because even before I did the actual reviews online, I already reviewed them by
Yeah.
myself.
Nice.
But from the ones that I reviewed, not even like specifically the top ones. It's like Bubblegum Runs, still from Dam Cream. That was the first one that really hit me well,
Yeah.
made me a little bit giddy.
Okay,
Nice.
nice. Yeah.
That one scored 72 out of 100. Tropical Cherry Gas, 71 from Coffeeshop Carmona.
Okay.
Oh, come on,
lovely, yeah.
not only around the corner.
Yeah. Then recently, the last review was the Zuccotti, which was also really nice from Happy Feelings.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Nice.
And
Zuccotti.
yeah,
Good.
then the Cherry Cola from Hashtag and the Sour Pop from Siberia. Those were
I heard everyone, Gasman Craig, was that sour pop they were going down every day for
Yeah.
From
Siberia.
Yeah, they've really upped their game. Anyone that whenever they leave Siberia, they're always happy with what
Yeah,
they've
no,
got.
it is. It's another.
100%.
It's like sativa as well. The little hidden gems that
Yeah.
people don't talk about enough. You know what I mean? They
Yeah.
don't get enough publicity.
And so is that the sour pop.
Sour Pop, yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone kept sending me like Gasman as well, like, yo, this is really nice. I'm like, dude, I
I've
already.
yeah. Watch my channel.
You're not subscribed.
And Siberia are still top of the coffee shop league, aren't they?
Yeah.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Solo were on top for a long time, and then Siberia
They-
just jumped it.
I don't know. They might have not lost a single one. I think they've tied a few times.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
There's
so.
only
I don't
2 or
know.
3 matches left, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
gonna be
down to the
interesting.
final. It's interesting. It is. Good
No,
to
for
see
sure.
the quality improve.
Oh,
You know what I
like,
mean? Yeah.
From some shops, I've seen them improve, and some shops, I've seen them decline.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like
So
I'm
that's-
surprised.
You have to remember, like, it's hard to keep that many people supplied with good weed. It's hard to find good weed
Yes.
to begin with. But then to supply thousands, hundreds of thousands of people every day, you know what I mean? Batches run out, you try and get the same stuff in, it goes, you know what I mean? And yeah, as long as we're in this black market kind of underground shit, we'll never have consistency or...
An average shop in the Netherlands sells about 1.2 kilos of weed per day.
Okay. So that's...
So can you imagine what weight gets moved in Amsterdam
Yeah.
in a day?
Every
like,
day.
that's it, and that's been
There's
supplied
so
by a black
many-
market.
There's
Like,
so many stoners.
Yeah.
We're not a small minority. We
No.
are not, guys. That's
for sure.
beautiful.
Yeah, that's mad. Like
Yeah.
most shops have to resupply 2 to 3 times a
Yeah.
day.
Oh no, for sure.
See.
The big shops they've
Yeah.
got runners constantly. Like it's crazy.
Nice.
I can try to do the math like with all the shops and that, but it's crazy to think about. You know?
Yeah. Oh, stop.
But it's still, it's a process.
Yeah. The money they're fucking taking in every day, like it's
That
crazy.
as well. That as well.
Yeah. Someone or just print the money.
That's why it's itchy.
It's
It
also
should just be, it's a win for everyone.
Yeah.
It's expensive to buy in as well. I heard it's like a year of profit to buy a coffee shop.
Okay.
So
Yeah, no, it depends on what you're getting as well. Like for the right ones, a couple of million, I'd say. You know what I mean?
yeah, like,
And that's just getting you probably your partnership, just getting your percentages. You know what I mean?
from what I've heard, your smaller ones in and around Amsterdam go for $500,000.
Okay. What's that now? A license or?
Just
To-
but that's like your smaller.
Yeah, yeah.
But some houses in Amsterdam go for like 1.6
Yeah.
million. What would you
Yeah.
rather?
No, you're probably still renting the shop there every month.
Oh yeah, you never take the whole
I
building.
think it's just the license.
Just the
Yeah.
license, and then you have
You
to
don't
rent
even
and
own the
whole
shop,
lot. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's crazy.
It's mad, even just that, isn't it? You don't
Yeah.
actually own the space
No.
you're in.
You're just getting allowed to stay there. You know what I mean? Until they say otherwise.
Oh.
But you see, do you know it's crazy now the amount of coffee shop or Amsterdam Genetics and the Plug. Half the shops in Amsterdam are now supplied by them. The Plug have like 6 or 7 spots, and Amsterdam
Yeah.
Genetics are in 8 or 9 spots. I've seen now there.
Wow.
Yeah, like soon it's going to be 2 different
Yeah.
sources. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the plug
The,
is
the
even
clean cut Amsterdam Genetics, and then the Plug.
the plug is even expanding outside of Amsterdam. They've gone to Rotterdam.
Yes. Which is phenomenal.
Yeah.
He's on like what, how many did you say?
I
Six
think
or
it's 6 or 7
seven?
because he took over
amazing.
the store recently,
Yeah.
and then Oost was the other one.
The store.
The store is
the
now
store.
Plug.
Wow.
See, I think they're just
nice
doing-
with the terrace outside. That little.
Yeah, that's
Such
a
a gem.
great shop, and now it's a good menu. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
no,
it's,
and especially where they are, nice
Yeah.
located.
but I think they're just partnering. They're just doing like what Fino Finders did. So
Aye.
instead of having to, because I think you're limited to like 5 shops if you're a coffee shop owner.
Oh, okay.
So if you don't actually buy it or take it over, you just go, hey, I'll run your menu. You get another shop
Yeah.
without getting another shop. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So I think there's no limit then to how many shops you can take over.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? If you
Yeah.
just go to people, let me run your menu, you should have the shop, blah, 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 whatever the deal is.
Even less pressure, nice.
Yeah,
one.
you know what I mean? Because that's what Fino Finders did with Baba and with the Bigiris. You know what I mean? And now the Plug have taken over Baba's, and I think it's still Fino Finders, so that's
Okay.
kind
I
of
didn't know that.
2 plugs running the one shop, you know what I mean? So, but that's when it was closed, when we done the Baba session last year, that's why it was closed, because it was in the middle of
Yeah.
being sold to the Plug.
I'm so glad we had that session.
Yeah, that
'cause
was
it was
sick.
lovely. Even with the Vapanas. Did you
Yeah.
ever be in Baba's? Or the
No.
new Plug? They have like it's like seats all along both walls, but then there'll be
Okay.
like little kind of like teardrop style tables coming out, and everyone is a Vapana.
Oh.
Did you
Yeah.
ever
Oh,
see
not
the
a
Vapana?
Vapana, a
The
Vedampa.
damper, yeah,
Oh,
The
yeah.
yeah.
big, like the
Has the
medicinal
little
vapes.
Yeah, I know.
little
Yeah.
pinball or not pinball, fucking what's the table tennis ball looking thing in the
Yeah.
pipes.
Yeah, yeah.
They're smooth. They're like the Vapana. They are one of the smoother ones. Who
Yeah.
made that again?
Oh, I cannot quote his name.
Yeah.
But he made it for medicinal
Yeah, for-
purposes.
I remember
And I
hearing
think he's
that.
Amsterdam based.
Okay.
Oh, don't quote me on this.
Yeah,
Sounds like,
that'd
"No,
be
it's
good to
not."
get him on to hear about that.
Yeah, just because it is like I think even with like the medicinal weed that's coming out now, even in Amsterdam, I think he's quoted on it,
Okay.
as in like this is one of the main like vapes to actually use.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Because that's the main thing, especially with the English medical.
Yeah.
It's not a license to smoke weed. It's you're allowed to vape weed.
Yeah, yeah.
Once you can bust that weed, you've now
Illegal.
voided.
Broken it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're now that piece of paper is just a piece of paper
Yeah.
now.
I can
Um,
understand.
yeah.
I can. Just
So-
because if you are like just for using it for certain
Yeah.
medicinal purposes, yeah.
But it'll give you the freedom to carry it, but you can't. Doesn't mean you can just walk around smoking joints. You can
Yeah.
hit your vape because it's not as
Yeah.
offensive and as kind
Even
of.
that just for people.
Yeah.
I suppose.
But then in the US, sometimes they recommend using bong hits to get
Okay.
straight to the pain.
More
you know?
powerful,
Yeah,
like.
just to
Okay.
get straight to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I wonder, like, has any of them come in down the line of, like, RSO oil and that kind of thing? Or are they all just doing medicinal flower?
I
That we need to look into.
I think
Is
Saucy
any-
said they've started adding edibles onto the
Okay.
medical and maybe vapes. But I think he got the vapes and said they were shit.
Okay.
But I don't think he's tried the edibles yet. But you think, especially if you're going down medical, capsules of Rick Simpson oil should have been the
That's-
first thing on the menu.
But that's what
You
I'm
know what I mean? Like
thinking.
us
yeah.
stoners would have been like a bit of weed too, but
Yeah.
for medicine, you're like, we've got Rick Simpson buckets of
Just
it. You know what I
for
mean? This
cancer patients,
yeah.
everything. That's the
Oh,
stuff you
that's-
need.
It's
Yeah.
also, you don't need actual like good quality flour for it to actually make
Rick
Simpson
Sim- yeah.
oil.
No, which is even a good idea for anything that's
Yeah.
not being able to be used as actual, like to smoke or
yeah.
vape.
Definitely.
See, I think it's all the understanding and the knowledge. They probably don't even know that's an
Oh,
actual
you don't know.
thing.
Yeah.
You know
If-
what I mean? The people that are in control of the medicinal side
Yeah.
of like cannabis.
But you don't know how much they're thrown away, what they could do with all that stuff. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like it's
If you just imagine how much gets thrown away.
yeah.
Just,
Weed is like
I like people like,
weed is like food in China. You don't waste anything. You know what I mean? Eat the
No,
feet,
yeah.
eat everything, the
Yeah.
beaks and all.
make some
So you
eddies.
can make
exactly.
something out of
Even if it's not for medical stuff, make some edibles.
Yeah.
edibles, cream,
Get
Turn
the
it into,
oil,
like a
oils.
little bit of
fucking-
hash. Just do
Yeah.
something with
You
it.
know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for sure.
There's a
That's what
means.
when they do eventually get legalized, they need to be like, this is the cannabis or the medical section, the smoking section. Then we send all this off to the textile section, to the
Yeah.
to the, you know what I mean, to
Everything,
the skincare
yeah.
section, and
Yeah.
literally have broken down. After you use that bit, give us that. When we use this, whatever's left, we'll give to you. And literally, it's just one-stop shop. The plant, you know what I mean? It'll do
Yeah.
everything for us. So
But
you need to utilize it in the proper way.
even like the industry nowadays just works like that. Another like industry's waste is another industry's gold.
Yeah,
you know?
that's it. You know what I mean? And this plant just keeps on giving. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So, yeah,
She
the
does.
people in charge need to get educated on the whole matter and do it right. Like,
Big time.
Yeah.
We have hope with the Germans.
yeah, no, the Germans have to cause ripples, like for
Yeah.
sure. Like,
I'm hoping so.
I think.
And
Yeah.
for me, the main thing as well, it opens a lot of, well, it's still relatively like closed because of the European laws,
yeah,
but it opens a lot of doors for like research and stuff.
Yeah,
and that's
no,
what
of
I'm
course.
most excited
Yeah.
about.
yeah,
Really.
Yeah.
Because I think that's what they need. They need a paper
yeah.
from someone in a lab coat that says this
This
is
is
okay.
yeah. Then people
and then
listen.
they can put
you know
on
what
the
I mean?
news, and then the people be like, it's on the news.
Yeah.
It's okay.
No, as
need
educated
that,
as the
yeah.
stoners are, there's still
Definitely.
some hippie guy with dreadlocks, like with knowledge. They've like so much knowledge, but they're like, yeah, who's this cunt?
Yeah.
Then some idiot in a lab coat with glasses goes, yeah, no, this is good. Like, okay, let's approve that shit. You know what I mean? So it has to come from a reputable source for them
Yeah.
to go, okay, now we'll listen. You know what I
And
mean?
that's
So,
literally with the Germans. They're doing it
oh,
so
yeah, they're
well.
them to right.
Yeah.
But I always say it's mental how much they learned about the plant from underground. How much medical benefits, how much, like with nobody legally allowed to test it, they've still figured out all the stuff it can do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that it's legal, the whole world can have it. You can have fucking colleges going, oh, we're doing a cannabis study, you know what I mean? And the shit they're going to discover that this plant
Yeah.
does. And then in a few years, they're going to be like, what the fuck were we doing for 100 years, you know what I mean?
It just goes to show that humans didn't stop believing in cannabis because all the research that's been done before all of this has
Yeah.
all been done
Yeah.
out of like goodwill or
And
private
passion.
funding
Yeah.
or you know.
Oh, no,
It
100%.
is
Like,
literally that them
it's like weed was never about
advocates that
money.
kept it going.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people were like believed in the plant, and you know what I mean? But
It's cool how many people believed in a plant.
oh yeah, but it
Mother
shows you how
Nature.
much it changed people's lives and how big of effect it's had on people.
Massively.
Yeah, and
Fro-
even if it's not for everyone, at some point in your life it might help you.
Yeah.
No, 100%. I always
100%.
say it doesn't have to be THC.
No.
Not
No.
everyone needs THC. Sometimes the CBD is the best
Yeah.
thing you need, or a little bit of something.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
There's so many, like, even old people, like arthritis, stuff like that. If they just had a little bit of CBD, you know what I mean? Their way of life be so much different, you know what I mean? But they've been lied to for so long, they don't even want to try it.
I was actually a little bit skeptical about CBD until like the end of last year. I was at the Dabadoo and I met this guy from France. I forgot his name, but he had this CBD brand.
What was it called?
I have a bottle still at home.
It's not Pura Vida.
It might be.
Okay, because we've had him on the podcast.
No.
He's a French guy.
And what kind of stuff did he have? Flour or?
Creams.
No,
What
literally
did you
oil.
have? Okay, CBD oil.
Yeah. No, it was not Pura Vida.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, no, this
I
is
remember giving him some seeds because the seeds were related to his brand name. I might give it to you later because I still have a little bit left of the bottle at home.
Yeah.
But he gave me a little bit of his bottle, and it just sat in like my cupboard for a couple of months actually, until I got actually like sick, and my throat was really hurting. Couldn't really smoke anything, and I was just getting annoyed after like a few days. I just saw it and was like, fuck it, I'll just take a few drops.
Yeah.
And after like a few minutes, my throat was no longer really hurting. So I was like, could it be?
Yeah.
So the next day I did the same thing, and it
Better and better and better.
kept on working.
'cause it's great for
I
inflammation.
don't know if it actually like helped me heal through
Yeah.
it, but it took away my throat pain as if it was nothing.
That's all you need.
Literally.
Yeah.
Because once it's the mental thing of you not being in pain or feeling that, you
Yeah.
can keep going.
Yeah.
So, wow.
That's it. It mightn't cure everyone's ailments, but it will make their way of life and their day to day that little
Yeah.
bit easier and stuff. You know what I mean? So it's
It was super quickly as well. Like I actually couldn't believe it.
yeah. No, I've heard that people putting on burns and stuff like the creams, and next thing they're like, what the fuck? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They're
Yeah.
like it's crazy, but it's not even. I don't. I think it was like in the 1930s when the first the prohibition on cannabis came in.
Yeah.
So it's not even 100 years illegal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For thousands of years it was used every day. It's not even, it's like 90 years it's been illegal. And think of how many lives it's ruined in that 90 years, you know what I mean? Like it was,
It's like families.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Shit.
like before that, like the American presidents were all hemp farmers. The Declaration of Independence was wrote on hemp paper.
Yeah.
Hemp was a major part of the world. And then the 1930s or something, there's like, let's make this illegal, you know what I mean?
But you know why? It's all the oil people
Yeah.
and the concrete people.
Yeah.
They all have
Terrified of it.
Like government isn't run by the people we see.
Not at
It's
all.
all the big business
Yeah.
people. They all have a backhand in everything.
The
So
same
they don't
people.
want the hemp and all that
No.
coming out, man.
The same people who are the reason why we still have war are literally going
Yeah,
on.
that's
Yeah.
it. The people
Makes
who want
them
the money from this
yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah.
They couldn't capitalise on cannabis, so they're like, fuck that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We can make money other ways with pharmaceuticals and textiles and all
And
this
have
bullshit.
control
Yeah.
over them.
Make up diseases so people have to buy our shit. Like, you know what I mean?
Cannabis is too cheap and it can do
Yeah.
too much.
Grow
Yeah,
everywhere.
that's it.
Yeah. Because see, that's the thing. Not like only now, the last couple of years, everyone's been like, oh, the terpiest of terps and this.
Yeah.
Whereas like cannabis, when you just need cannabis, it's like you're
Uh,
content with
that's
whatever
like,
it is.
you know what
Yeah.
I mean? But I was only saying to someone yesterday with all this, the Cali packs and all this other gimmicky bullshit, it's what comes with legalization. You got to have the commercialization with the legalization. It's
But not-
with everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
But
not
that's
just kind
why
of
we have a
no. There
chance
will
to
always
do
be
it
the normal
differently.
people, but there will be people who have to. You know what I mean? They're not into it as just a normal thing. They have to make it this fancy, gimmicky thing.
Yeah.
That it happens with every walk of life. So this is you got to take the good with the bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're getting it legal. We're getting it more like you're not going to be a criminal
I'll
anymore.
take it if it
This
means
is what I
we can
mean. So
blaze,
this is
yeah.
just the downside and the shit part of what comes with getting something normalised and legalised. You know what I mean? There will be people that have to have it. You know what I mean? Something to put on their TikTok and something to put on their Instagram. And,
Definitely.
You know what I mean? So you need all them gimmicky bullshit for them kind of people. But
Oh, but
at
I'd
the
love
core
to
of it,
see it if I saw my neighbours and shit like that doing
Oh,
TikToks
yeah.
with a joint in their hand. I'd be like,
Yeah.
woohoo! We have
sad.
made it. Oh, I'd take that, man.
yeah, no, for sure. But that's it. It is just the shit side of legalisation. There is just a normalised. I mean,
Big
as I
time.
said, all these people that have contributed to it and made it like grow from underground. That's the way. That core will still always be there with cannabis. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
The people that believe in it, not just want to make money off or
No,
look
love
cool doing it or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's.
Love cannabis. No, big time. And even like what you're doing is lovely for anyone new stepping in. You know what I,
I
mean?
hope so, yeah.
No, big time. I think for like everyday smokers, because like even before I started learning, I've spent money on shit.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
smoked shit because I didn't have the knowledge.
Yeah.
I didn't have the understanding. And now as I'm around more people, you're like, oh, okay, this is dog shit. I shouldn't have bought
Yeah.
that. This tastes
I've smoked a lot of shit
Oh,
in my
yeah,
life.
fuck
but
yeah.
that's how you get to this
Yeah.
level.
Yeah.
You have, if you think you've only smoked the best, then
Yeah,
Caroline, you're
that's the
wrong.
thing.
You have to
At some
through
point
it.
in your life, you believed it was the best.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
and it
yeah.
probably
Yeah.
was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, you're smoking a joint. There's nothing better. Literally.
As Mila says, the joint in your hand is the best joint you're ever smoking.
Yeah.
like.
Basically, it's like that.
Literally, yeah.
Yeah.
But even this, the way I like that you go and you get strains that aren't always your thing.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah,
You're
I
like,
don't-
okay, I'm going to try something
It-
new for everyone. It's a nice
It's
approach.
kind of like the questions in the coffee shop league, because like I got a haze the first, or 2 or 3 hazes, but the questions are, how strong is the taste? How long is the duration? How potent is the smell? So even if I'm like, I fucking hate haze, I'm like, well, it is strong smell. It is
Yeah.
last
For
time
what
without.
that
So I have to
flavour is.
rank it on what it's asking.
Yeah.
Not, do you like it? No, 0, 0, 0. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, no, that's a strong fucking, too strong, some might
Yeah.
say, so I'm going to give that an 8, you know what I mean? So,
And it's funny that you actually bring that up because my scoring system is literally based off the coffee shop.
Okay,
league
there
scoring.
you go,
I
yeah.
literally,
there for the best.
But nice.
I talked to him.
Yeah.
I asked like, can I use this? I'm gonna like
Yeah.
change it a little bit because some
No, but
things
that's
I don't
Yeah.
quite understand, but I also want to add some things. He was like, yeah, man.
But the reason the
Go
coffee
for
shop
it,
league
for it.
works so well is because he's judged in a million cups. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
seeing how
And
it's
the
done
same
right, how it's done
passion.
wrong. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So he's like, right, that's good, but they should have done this. That's shit. But if, you know what I mean? This and
Yeah.
that. So after so many times, you're like, right, this is how you ask it. This is how you host it. This is how you present it.
to
You know what I mean?
understand the bud overall,
Yeah.
not just like smoke.
Yeah, that's it. Like
You're
it's.
breaking it down.
Yeah.
Big time.
People that don't know
And he
how to
loves
judge just have to
passion
answer
for
the
it.
question. You know what I mean? You could have never smoked weed before, and you're like, read that. How strong is the smell? Yeah, that's strong. Next one. It's not actually that. You know what I mean? You're
Comparison. Yeah, you
suddenly you're
understand.
like, oh, that last one was much stronger. Like now, you see. So,
Yeah.
like, take a hit. How long does that last in your mouth? You know what I mean? Or how does that feel? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even a novice knows if it feels nice or that
If
feels a
it's
bit
dry or
squidgy or
anything,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? They're like,
Yeah.
well, that's you know what I mean. So. It is. If it's asked right, anyone could be it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's-
exactly.
And cool that you're even like because like even with the coffee shop league, it's amazing for people to sit down and like have that moment to be like, okay, this is how to break it down.
Yeah.
But you're also then kind of telling people, okay, if you
This is
haven't
what you
been
need to
here or
look at.
anything, but when you go to the shop, you have them pointers as
Yeah.
well. So
Yeah,
it's sick
yeah.
that you're showing it. I mean, it really.
Yeah,
truly
showing
is.
people
I
how to
appreciate
judge
that.
weed themselves.
No,
Yeah,
really,
Yeah, I
because you
have-
don't know. And it's like even the first time I judged in the league, I remember I sat down. I was like, "Oh fuck!"
Yeah.
But then when he came with that template, I was like, "Actually, no.
yeah, no, that's
Trust
it.
yourself.
Yeah.
We all have some. We have our tastes. We have our
Yeah.
senses. You have
Exactly.
intuition. So it's a nice way for people to go and like, no, okay, I might buy shit, but fuck it. If I can sit and understand it and break it down,
Yeah.
you know, then next time you're more confident.
definitely.
everything. So it's really cool.
And I
Really,
think
yeah.
he even said to me before, like, he'd get someone, like, I don't know what, and he'd bring them over 10 jars, and he'd go, smell all them. And he goes, tell me which ones, like, goes, that one, that one, that one. And then he'd go, like, well, that you've picked 3 good strains there, this, that, so you do know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just because
It's that
you've never done it
trust,
before.
yeah.
What smells nice to you? That's it. You
Big
know what I mean?
time,
That's
yeah.
literally it. It's, does it smell nice? Then it might taste nice to you. Because there's weed out there, like, I don't like Tangies, I don't like ODV. Very powerful taste. Shoreline,
Yeah,
too
yeah.
sweet for me.
Okay.
If I like Shoreline, I'm guaranteed a tasty joint every time
Yeah.
because it's a powerful taste.
Yes, it
Unfortunately,
totally is.
all the ones I hate are the ones that are powerful. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
they have it right, like,
Haze, you
top of the
taste every
mouth.
time.
Ooh.
Shoreline, you
Yeah.
taste every time. I'm smoking something that's meant to be a Kush. I'm like, where the fuck is that flavour? You know what I mean? It's so yeah, but. Like it's if it smells good to you, it's probably going to taste good to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
It
yeah,
totally will.
just trust your nose, trust your
That-
instinct.
When
That's
you
what
get
I always-
that little butterfly
Yeah.
nose, I'm
yeah,
like, ooh.
tingles. Yeah,
That's
When people ask me like what to look for in shops, I always just tell them like pick something off the menu you like a few things to see
Yeah.
and smell, and then like let your nose decide.
yeah, 100%.
Because 99% of the time, like your nose and your taste will just
Yeah.
align.
Yeah,
100%.
big time, yeah.
Yeah, if you don't like the smell, you're probably not going to like the taste.
Yeah,
You know what I
exactly.
mean? Like, well, like I have people go into my shop and they're like, I want something light. So our 2 lightest joints is a medium hybrid hash and a medium hybrid weed. So I go, do you want marijuana or hashish? They're like, what's the difference? So I'll get out the bag of hashish, the bag of marijuana. They're like, which is better? I'm like, well, I smoke weed, my colleague smokes hash. So I'm going to say weed, he's going to tell you hash. So
Yeah.
it's up to you what you like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? I can't tell you what your flavour is, you know what I
You
mean?
kind
So,
of, it is a matter of finding it
yeah.
as well. Like you have to.
Oh, you have to
a
smoke a
few,
lot of- yeah. Like even when I
Just
came over
trying
here,
different stuff.
I still didn't know. When I first moved here, like 7.5 years ago, because I'd been in Ireland, we didn't know names. I
Yeah.
knew names, but I didn't know.
They were kind of just
Yeah, they
slapped
were
on
just
the
names
back,
people
yeah.
gave, you know what I mean? So then when I first got here, I would buy haze. I'd buy
Yeah.
haze the other time. And every time I bought haze, I'm like, this tastes like Irish weed. You know what I mean? This is what I've been smoking. I go, so that's what we've been getting all these years. And because of that, I'm just like, I've smoked this so much, I don't want this anymore. But I only discovered really what haze was by living here and going around shops going, let me buy this, let me buy that. And every time I bought it, I'm like, it tastes like Irish weed. I'm like, no, I don't want that anymore. Let me get different shit, you know what I mean?
But it's your brain saying it tastes like Irish weed, but that's you even having that knowledge
Yeah,
and
that's it,
understanding
you're-
that, okay, they're in the same bracket
Yeah,
of
yeah.
terpenes, flavours, high, everything.
That's
yeah.
it. You're like, oh, I know what this is. Now I can put a label on it. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
putting a face to it, and you know what I mean? A story. Oh, you're that guy. You know what I mean? Now I know. You know what I mean? So
No.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Irish weed or hazes, I actually plan on going around the city and finding the best haze in Amsterdam.
okay,
Okay, nice.
So I'm not sure how long it'll take and how much it'll cost me, but
yeah. But that's
Oh, I'm so intrigued.
are you
Yeah,
gonna?
because-
Because
a
there's
lot of
few
people-
spots that I'm like, I'm not a haze smoker. Right, I'm a hash smoker, so I'm not flower. But I do like some hazes. I like the high when I
Yeah.
haven't smoked it, so I'm quite intrigued.
for me
I-
it's just a lot of people, like a lot of tourists come to Amsterdam,
Yeah.
Amsterdam haze, you know. A lot of Americans come for the haze.
yeah.
Big time
I know
straight for
it's-
the amnesia, but if you
It's a
can
standard,
find
Yeah.
stable.
because like even like Katsu, they're famous for their grin spoon. I know it's not like the haze, but like
Yeah.
that kind
Yeah,
of
yeah.
buzzy high.
Yeah,
And then like original dampering with their old school.
Yeah.
This is really intriguing.
You-
I find you're going to find some.
you could
lovely
even do
spots.
it. Maybe like one time you buy amnesia from 10 different shops. See what the
Yeah,
best
yeah, yeah.
amnesia is. Next time do silver. So you're not just going, I'm getting a lemon from here, a silver from there. You know what I mean? So it's
I
like,
think what I have in my head, it might still change. I'm
Yeah,
still,
yeah.
it's an idea in my head. But what I'm thinking right now, I'll probably do once or twice a week, and I'll just literally compare 2 strains every episode.
okay,
And if I've done 10 episodes of that or whatever, I'll go back and buy them all again,
yeah.
and just compare, just
Do
go,
it all
go
again,
back
see
like
if
that.
they're
Yeah.
new batch, different.
Yeah.
Nice.
And basically how it'll be decided, I'll just have people like send in like their favorite hazes of this moment around the city, and I'll just go out and
Yeah.
try them and buy them.
And are you a haze fan? I know you're a haze face, but are you a haze fan?
I used to be a big haze smoker.
Yeah.
It's been a lot less recently, and I know it's Hazeface, but technically it's not from the weed haze.
What was it again then?
So it's kind of a weird thing. It's a little bit from a hazy phase that is not really visible.
Okay.
But it all started for me when my brother used to play like this hardstyle song. I hated it. But at some point in the song, the lyrics go, "There is no time to play. Put your game face on."
Yeah.
And I would just always say "Haze face."
Okay.
And yeah,
And did your brother then give you the name, or did you kind of just call
No.
yourself Haze Face from that?
after like in the beginning, I didn't even realize it or whatever. But just like after like a few years of saying like "Haze face" in that song, I'm like, I kind of like that.
Okay, yeah,
that's
nice.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I kind of went with it, and yeah, people just got on.
Yeah.
People stuck with
No,
it.
it works. It's
Yeah.
like Gas Man, you know what I mean? You just know them as that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
You're Haze Face, he's Gas Man.
Yeah, it's either Haze face or Haze.
And the
It's-
funny thing
And
is,
you
Gas.
do always have a night, like, I'm always jealous of him because you'll come into, like, even like the fairy house, he'll be all fresh, smoke a joint, and you look high as
Yeah.
fuck. I want to look high as
Yeah,
fuck.
no, for
I've
sure.
eaten a fuckload of edibles, smoked that, and everyone's
Yeah.
like, you look grand. I'm like, I want to look please.
Yeah, no.
I love that heavy eye. It's cozy.
Yeah.
I look naturally like that. I feel
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, you always
You've got a
have
Haze
that.
face.
Yeah, you
yeah,
do.
yeah.
man.
I naturally
Yeah.
look like a little bit stoned. Even when I'm not stoned, people think I'm stoned.
Yeah,
but then
yeah.
when I actually do get stoned, it's super
You
visible.
get them proper red eyes. He's pure like.
I was going to ask that earlier when doing the reviews. Do you smoke them individually so you can feel the effects of each one? Kind of.
Yeah, see, I try to do one. I sometimes do 2 reviews in a day.
Okay.
But if I do 2, I separate the end of my joint and the beginning of my second joint by at least 3 hours, but it's usually like more to like 6-7 hours.
Yeah. Oh shit! I meant to do a video.
Yeah, but I really do
And
want
would you
to.
not smoke in between that? Let the stone
Yeah,
go away.
I would literally like that's
Actually feel the
Yeah.
high fall
Yeah.
out. Yeah,
when
nice.
I've explained like my scoring system as well. I literally said like all that's why I say like all the reviews are made in a sober or near sober state.
Yeah.
Where I feel like I'm sober enough that I literally anything will uplift me enough to know the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. That or down
Yeah,
or
yeah.
I need to do something. You
Yeah.
feel that buzz.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
yeah.
I don't
I've
have
been through
that
that.
sensitive fucking. You know what I mean? I need to be
But
hit with a
I-
sledgehammer to know that's.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Suppose.
That's why for
I
reviews.
think it's if you stop and pause. Because I always like, whenever we're doing the league sessions, I always say to people that are still a bit like, oh, nervous. I'm
Yeah.
like, we always, like all of us, we just smoke our joints.
Yeah.
We don't even think. We just smoke
Yeah.
through them. But when you actually stop and you have this kind of like layout in front of you of how to break it down,
Yeah.
you actually start clocking back into the senses and you're like, oh no wait, I am tasting,
no,
I
do
am
like a-
feeling.
Give it one
Yeah.
of them.
Whereas we just
I
smoke
catch
with
myself
this.
doing that
You
so
have
many
to, man.
so
You know
many
what I mean?
times. Like
You look like a wine connoisseur.
I'm
or something.
literally
You're
there
trying to
like
get
this.
onto the palate of your
Yeah,
mouth and
but
get
that's
that
it.
flavour out.
and people have probably seen it in the videos already. Like I'm there, like taste. Yeah, like
Yeah.
Yeah,
That-
because you don't have to breathe it in. You actually
Yeah.
want to let the smoke
Yeah.
just sit about.
it's also like I feel sometimes I let the smoke sit in my mouth and I can taste it, and sometimes like I inhale it deeper and like I can taste it in the back of my tongue. I have two different inhales which cause me to taste different kinds of
Yeah.
weeds, because sometimes I'm like, this tastes
you
like
have the sweet
nothing.
and the savoury inside
Yeah.
your tongue, so you're probably hitting different.
Yeah, because sometimes I'm like, this tastes like nothing, and then I like take like a different kind
Yeah.
of inhale, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
there. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, okay, interesting.
Yeah, that's when I know a straight, like, if it's really good flavour, you're just doing something, you do that, and you're like, ooh. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? When you don't even have to pay attention, that's when you know it's, like, you just play the game or fucking work, and you just take that hit, and every time you're like, fuck,
This
that's
is a
nice,
lovely
you know what I
joint.
mean?
That's
Yeah.
that's what I had with the tropical cherry gas.
Okay.
You're probably not gonna like
yeah, no,
that.
that's what I'm saying. The strong sweet ones have so much flavour, but it's just
Yeah.
not my flavour. You know what I mean? And I'm always like, why can't I like this? Because I can taste it. You know what I mean? There's stuff I do like I can taste, but this stuff I
Yeah.
can fucking taste.
Yeah, because
But
like
yeah, it's-
I had never been to Carbona. You were
Yeah.
just showing me some coffee shops
Yeah.
around the area, and
It is decent prices
yeah,
as well.
I went then saw it on the menu, instantly smelt it because I was intrigued by the name, and I instantly bought it.
Okay.
Since then, it's been my only 2 minutes that I've been in the shop. I've not gone back, but it's definitely been like I've hit it and I was like,
Yeah.
yes.
So it's
Nice.
up there on one of your tops?
It's
Yeah,
second
yeah,
one, wasn't
it's literally 1 point less than the bubblegum runs. It's
And,
very much
and so the bubblegum runs was
Little hidden
16,
gem.
16.
and
I think-
Carmona.
I think this was 15.
Okay, so it's
Okay.
around the same.
Yeah, yeah.
But one's a Cali, and the other's just a Dutch.
Yeah, tropical cherry gas should be Dutch.
Yeah,
If it's Tropicana
yeah, no,
cherry.
for sure.
Wow, right little hidden gem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like everyone, whenever they talk about around here, there's loads of coffee shops, but no one goes. They're lovely little spots to chill. But that's a
Yeah,
right
and they have a
little-
lovely back area. Two
Okay.
games tables, big screens, couches, the whole lot. Like, you know what I mean?
Nice.
The only thing they say they're very strict on tobacco.
Okay.
I haven't been caught yet, but they're very strict on tobacco. We were in there with fucking ghost clouds,
Oh,
and he's
Raz out
fucking. We're, like every time your man walked in the back, he's like, "Oh, the herbal mix is finished on this table. Let me get it from the other table." Putting on this big thing. Every time your man walked through, I was like, "Calm down, man. You could be just smoking pure. You don't need to put on this fucking theatrics where I'm over here just throwing tobacco in my joint, like, you know what I mean?" And then like 10 minutes after his fucking performance, they go up the back, pick up half a cigarette, and the lads go, "You can't have this on the table," and walk off as if it's no problem. Like, what are you performing for? These don't even give a shit, you know what I mean? They have to say that at the door. That's them covered, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, it's-
yeah. They've said it. If
Yeah,
anything
I'm
happens
covered.
now,
I mean,
it's on
did
you.
you not tell them? I did tell them.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what I mean? It's I can't sit there and watch them, you know what I mean, over the shoulder.
Exactly.
What's going on here?
Are you
Yeah.
smoking?
Yeah. But no, it is a nice
Interesting.
shop. It's big, like
And
big
any
screens.
other little hidden gems? Any other ones that surprised you?
See, right now I've yet to smoke it, but I've got like a bunch of
Yeah, he's
samples
a
now.
box of stuff he's bringing back for his next one.
Yeah, from Sensimilia.
Yeah, you got like 5 different strains, didn't you?
Yeah, and I still have one that's actually like in the Hazeface Raid series, but it's yet to be picked.
Yeah.
The space runs, but the prices look very decent. Nothing above 13.
Okay.
Yeah, the menu was good.
yeah.
12.75, I think was the top one.
Yeah, I think so. And they even had like 5 gram deals.
Okay.
It's
Interesting.
not far from. So do you remember I lived in Jordan and you went up and you had the supermarket and then you had Hugo's, that's now the Plug, off the roundabout.
Oh yes.
Yeah, it's just instead of going right or left for them two, it's just up there on the right hand side.
Okay.
It's not even the full block over. As he showed me the
Wow.
map, I was like, I lived there. I
Yeah.
never even seen this place.
I just
Lovely
randomly,
little
I didn't.
out-of-town one.
I didn't even know it was there. I randomly, I was just walking up and was like, "Hey, coffee shop, let's go in."
Yeah.
Because I
And
needed.
fucking
I-
buy
I-
5
I-
strains
I-
out of it.
No, I needed strains, so I bought the space runs. But I also I smelled and looked at a bunch of other things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just so impressed with everything. I was like, yeah, I'll just go back and I'll do the same thing which I did for Snoop's shop,
Yeah.
and just
Do a
buy
full
like
menu review.
a bunch. Well, not a
Not
full
full,
menu
yeah,
for
yeah,
them, but I'll buy like a bunch of strains and I'll
Yeah.
review them and see what the shop's really about.
Nice.
Because so
yeah.
far it looks to be like really decent.
Lovely.
They have a sister
Really
shop
lovely.
that's out beside the lake. I don't know what lake, but the terrace looks out onto the lake. Like, it looks beautiful.
Nuts.
Yeah, look from the outside, it looks like a modern gym or something. You go in, there's all the weed there, and then you go out to this terrace looking over a big lake and all.
Oh.
It's only like 20 minutes away. I've been saying for years I need to go out, but you know the usual.
Yeah. I've not been to that one, but I've heard people ask if
Yeah.
it was that one by the water. And I always
Yeah,
have
I think that's the first thing I said. Oh,
Yeah,
no, by
yeah,
the lake. No,
yeah.
okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice. So.
Yeah.
Well, cool then, because at least then they're already noted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They have a cool space. They have that.
But
Yeah,
you
that's
say,
why I didn't know
you
they
say
had
you
the
can
one in
sit in
this.
the other one,
There's I don't know about inside. There's definitely a terrace
Yeah.
thing there. You know what I mean?
and the one I go to, I
didn't
went
see
to.
a room.
I think it's only takeaway, but there might be like I noticed a door on the side. Might have been just a
But
toilet.
like if you, as I just said, that supermarket, that's part of the Siberia
Yeah,
range.
yeah.
That's just takeaway, and then the Plug Hugo's, that's just takeaway. They have room out the back, and I remember the man from the Plug telling me, she even showed me the plans they had to open the room in the back, and they even had a little, do you know them little rooms they have outside, a kind of little square.
Oh,
Yeah.
They
nice.
had that. They're going to have that in it.
Sick.
But I think the reason they had it blocked up was the locals around there are a bit fucking undesirable, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So they didn't want them sitting in, and I don't know if they're going to go ahead with it now that it's the Plug, if they're actually going to reopen the back. But I know they did have talks and plans of it, but I don't know if it's going to happen. It looked sick though. But supposedly their menu's cheaper because it's a little bit out. So the Plug
I think
Hugo,
they do mind
Yeah.
locals. I remember even when the West one opened up as well.
did that Baba's one?
No.
No, that's one
the-
of the Hugos.
Oh, is that
Yeah,
that
yeah,
one?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah. Because I've never actually been to it.
Yeah, it has a
Yeah.
parrot in it. Well, it used to when it was
Oh,
Hugo's. Yeah,
sick.
yeah, big parrot inside.
Yeah, no, everyone's always said like they're like you understand why the prices are the way they are in Amsterdam,
Yeah.
the name, everything. But at least then when you are going to local spots, like you're bringing it to like fair prices.
Yeah, no, for
Sound.
sure. But that's it. Like up there, they're mostly all takeaway, and around here, there's some of the best seating areas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're
From
not wrong.
DNL, Ibiza,
Yo-yo.
Yo-Yos, Carmona, Katsu, fucking
Banging Terrace.
Club Media.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's all good seating areas, good couches.
Even
comfy.
Blue Sea has a decent seat.
Yeah,
seating area.
yeah.
And funky artwork. And
Yeah,
all
yeah.
that,
I like the plants and everything.
I still haven't been in it. I want to do a whole fucking tour of the coffee shops around here because it's like
Yeah.
a good within like a mile block radius. There's like 10 coffee shops and just do a
Yeah.
lap of them all. Like
A
We were
lot.
we were talking about it yesterday because Blue Sea. Some people went to Blue Sea
yeah, that
for
couple that was in
yeah,
last night. They were in Blue Sea.
for the Tropicana cherry, and I was thinking about it. They were in the area. They should have just gone for the tropical cherry gas in Carmona.
No, but they were talking about Carmona as well. Carmona was the first shop they ever went to. Back in the day, they said the tropical cherry was amazing. So they're talking years ago. And then they went to Blue Sea yesterday,
Yeah.
hoping that would be the same, blah, blah, blah. But when I was talking to them outside, they said Carmona for the tropical cherries for years now.
That's
so
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's obviously, and so it's a Dutch strain. So
Well,
it's
it,
obviously
it should
some-
be if it's anything from Tropicana cherry.
especially if it's there a long time,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
That's
It must be
that
they're
legend of a
stable kind
grower.
of thing, yeah.
Beautiful. Nice. That's really fucking
I think they've two
cool.
versions of it now, they were saying. Or was it you saying that?
Well, no, they said that they had like a cheaper version and
Yeah, they did too,
and,
a purple one or
yeah.
So they
something.
must have tried to like cross it or something.
Yeah.
And just seen
yeah,
it.
maybe
Yeah.
I'm not sure what.
This is good, more is better.
Could just, but like if you have another plant that has a genetic that might wiggle,
Yeah.
it could work.
And that's it. And especially if you build a name on it, it's like, oh, if it was like Coca-Cola bringing out a new kind of cherry flavours. I'm like,
Well,
let
if
me give
it
a go with that.
stayed that stable for so
Yeah.
long, yeah, man.
Yeah, I was very surprised with it. It's one of the 3 I was very surprised with.
Nice.
Yeah,
The
nice.
bubblegum runs, the sour pop, and then the tropical cherry gas. Those were the 3 that I
So
smoked.
that's the top 3 are Dampering, Carmona, and Siberia.
Well, the top 3 are actually Damfrin, Carmona, and then Ballonnetje and Happy Feelings.
Okay,
But
what was Blonnich's one?
Day Wrecker.
Oh yeah,
But
man, I
that's-
had some of that.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, nice.
But
A
the
lovely
ones
shop
I
as
remember
well.
when Kim
Love
got it.
Apple on
The
it,
first day it came
Oh,
on the
yeah.
menu, I tried it. Yeah.
Yeah.
The-
Okay.
Yeah.
the ones for me that are really memorable for me that I smoked and I was like, damn,
Yeah.
were just the bubblegum runs, the sour pop, and the tropical cherry gas.
Okay, nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Really,
And
really nice.
all of them 15, 16 euro tops.
The sour pop were 13, tropical cherry gas I think 15, bubblegum runs 16.
Yeah.
Which is like comfy if you know, like to get a memorable
Yeah,
joint.
oh no, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what it
Like
should be
15
at.
is
yeah.
my top, 16 if it's nice, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no
That's
fair. And to
yeah.
be getting that, that's nice.
like when I first moved over, I remember I think Barney's had a strain for 18. It was the Cookie Kush. It was nice, and when I worked there, I got discount. But even then, I'm like 18 for a strain of weed. Like I 15 was the tops anywhere.
And that was a couple
Then
of
a
years
year
ago,
later,
yeah.
this is nearly 8 years ago. And then 2 years later, it was 50 euro Callies everywhere. You know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck just happened?
It's also why I only have one review that's went over the 16, and that was the Zope from Prida Me.
Okay.
But I always try to make the strains within the 16 euros.
Yeah.
Because
That's nice,
I feel
yeah.
most people would be okay spending 16 euros
Yeah.
on a gram,
Yeah.
but I think if you go above that, most people would be like,
Yeah, no, that's
maybe
it.
not.
Yeah, no, for
Like
sure.
if you're on holidays or working in a coffee shop, that's
Yeah.
like a chunk of your
Yeah.
squids.
You,
Yeah,
you could
absolutely.
even start doing a thing of like finding like a 10 euro, like the cheap ones. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Just go instead
Something
of.
that's
So,
banging, like dampering.
yeah.
That's been like my second thing is the thing of the haze, or just
Yeah,
doing
that-
like the specials that some shops have
Yeah.
going on. Like
I know
which
Easy
shop have-
Times now have it. They do it a Tuesday deal, like
yeah,
Bagheera used to.
like which shops have like the best specials. Like,
Yeah.
those are the 2 ideas.
Is there many with specials though?
But I
Well,
don't
even-
even mean specials like that. Maybe like some like hashtag have like a haze special on the
Okay,
menu
yeah,
where
yeah.
it's like extra discounted.
Yeah, it's like 5 grams for 25 or
Yeah,
something like
yeah,
that.
just
yeah.
some that's like really good price wise. Just some like promotion or
Yeah.
special. Just
Yeah.
something nice in the city for a good value.
Especially like as your like daily driver smoke.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Because we all love our tasty stuff, but like if you consume as much as we do,
Yeah.
you can't be
And
smoking.
Yeah,
if
no,
you
no.
could find
You
a
have to have
cheaper
your-
daily fucking
but
thing,
good
you could
quality.
then treat yourself more often, you know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
But
it's,
the
Exactly.
thing is, like, you're finding some banging stuff at comfy prices
Yeah.
for everybody. So if you can then, like, there's stuff out there that's gonna, you'll find some, like, dampering. They blessed us
for
through the
years,
lockdown.
yeah.
Years,
Everything
man.
for 10 euro.
And, like, they had some of their best strains on for €10.
yeah,
And
they'd have it at
every
14.50
joint was
and
beautiful.
yeah,
They were getting cleared by Amsterdam.
stop.
All the
Yeah, I
locals
believe
were
it, yeah.
emptying.
yeah.
So there are shops, like even Dampering himself, he keeps it at 16. There's some that respect and love cannabis enough to be like, nah, do it at this fair
Yeah,
price.
no, for sure. Not cashing in on it, like,
Yeah.
yeah, for
In
sure.
in that sense, I also want to give a big shout out to Tourmaline in Tilburg, because
Yeah.
they always they literally known for taking a small profit margin. Even on the medical weed now, they sell it the cheapest. Like people were like other coffee shops were actually complaining,
Okay.
but their
Nice.
reaction was literally like our whole. What it is, 25 or 30 years of existence, we are known for taking a small profit margin and
Yeah.
just catering to the people.
Yeah.
That's it.
And
like,
that's what we're going to
Legend.
continue to do.
yeah.
And what coffee shop is that?
Uh,
Malane?
Tourmaline.
Tourmaline.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
yes.
it's known, very well known in Tilburg locally. It's very accessible.
Nice.
Yeah, they also have very extensive menu, so everyone will find something there.
Yeah.
That's lovely. Yeah.
I used to go there a lot, just really nice shop with really
Nice.
decent prices.
Just
too.
even walking into that kind of energy.
Yeah.
That's a space
Yeah,
is
no.
created around that plant. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Nice.
Right, the dog's barking. I have to go to work soon, so I think we'll leave it there. Thank you so much. Hazeface rates.
We'll have
Thank
you
you.
back on.
Yeah, no,
You're only
100%.
starting off. We
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
hear
yeah.
more. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course.
Absolutely.
Shut up.
No, for what you're doing.
And of course, thanks to the Faded Fairy as always. Oh wait, quick
Legends.
shout out for tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I'm gonna have this out by Friday. So tomorrow you're doing.
So the Fairy House is collabing with Miss Kush and Little Shirley. Two absolute amazing ladies. So we're doing a beautiful puff and paint session. The location will be dropped just beforehand. So yeah, not just for the ladies, for the guys as well. Come get high. Yeah, just a
What
beautiful
time roughly?
session. 1 to 4, 4:20.
So Saturday 1 till 4.
Yes.
Location to be announced on the Fairy House.
Yeah, do float over to the Fairy House Instagram.
Nice.
Yeah, we would joke.
And if you're still watching, like and subscribe and all that bullshit. See you next time. Nice one.
Yeah, see you next time.